night till 6 in the morning, an 8-hour schedule. And I remember we used to do the handoffs, and there wasn't not a single night in the 3 and 4 months we used them during the tenure would they come late. It was always at 10 o'clock, not 10:01, 10 o'clock, not even 9:59 to be honest. It allowed us to have a schedule. We knew what we were going to expect the next day. All the bottles were done, all the bottles were made, cleaned, all the baby's laundry was done. Things that would take us time, that would take us away from our parenting and learning more than anything else during those first very, very critical months. But again, as new parents, it was absolutely essential. We didn't know if we should be giving the baby 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 3 ounces, and when. When do you move from a larger nipple to a smaller nipple? When you go from high flow to low flow and backwards, and we had no idea. And again, you can read every book, and they all have a different opinion. So this was a nice way to learn, get a very consistent team to help us through, and reliable. So we absolutely recommend Maternal Instincts for what we went through, and probably for what many others are going through.
And there's a methodology to it that when you've never been a parent, you don't understand until she explains it to us, and then it makes perfect sense why we should start doing a certain thing and how we progress through the stages of it. So it's been invaluable to us to have them as a resource.
I think we're on referral number 6 for them with friends and family and coworkers. And one of the things I tell them, and we know as parents, it's tough to take advice, and it's certainly easy to give advice. But one of the things that we've learned, that I tell new parents as well, such as ourselves, what we learned, is that when you're trying to raise a child, especially 2 in our case, and they're having sleep issues, or you need your rest because you have to go to work, even if the next day is just being a stay-at-home daycare provider at that point, what you find is that sleep is absolutely invaluable to you. And that is such a benefit to have somebody that you trust, that you're allowed to get your 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and then wake up in the morning refreshed to take on the day, and hopefully be a better parent than you would have been if you were half falling asleep. So we've all been there, and in many cases we still are today. There are those nights, but we always go back to what we learned from these folks. It's been great for our marriage too. Sleep's absolutely critical, and being able to wake up refreshed is certainly good for us to not get on each other's nerves.
Not being frustrated with
That's right.
each other.